Hello everyone, my name is Kubo from Sharo-shi Masters. At your company, have you ever received claims for unpaid wages from employees who have resigned? Or from those who are about to resign saying, I haven't been paid for these hours, so please pay me? Has this ever happened? This is a common issue related to labor relations that happens in every country. It's a major source of trouble, isn't it? They're about to quit. Up until then, they worked pleasantly without saying anything. But when it comes time to leave, they start bringing up things like, for example, I wasn't able to take breaks, or I came in early and started working, or I worked overtime on this day. There are people who come forward with these requests after the fact. Honestly, it makes us want to ask, if that's the case, why didn't you report it properly every month or even every day? But at the same time, the responsibility also lies with the management for not properly keeping track of daily working hours. First of all, if it is recognized that the person actually worked, then you have no choice but to pay their wages. That's why it's important to prevent these kinds of situations from happening in the first place. That being said, still, yes, it often happens right before someone is about to leave the company. There are actually quite a lot of people who, right before leaving, claim that they haven't been paid or haven't received their wages and demand payment. And this is, well, you see, even if it is just a brief 10 minutes or perhaps maybe 30 minutes, which is really not a particularly long time at all, if that kind of thing starts to add up day after day. For example, if your daily lunch break was 10 minutes shorter every single day and you actually sat down and calculated it all out over a year, when you add it all up, when you total it, it can actually turn into a surprisingly large amount of wages. And, well, in that way, people who make such claims at the time of resignation are quite rare, no matter where you are in the world or who you are dealing with. In the real world, there really aren't many people around you who will just freely give you money whenever you ask for it or apply for it. Perhaps back when you were just a young child, you could simply ask your parents for help, but once you finally become an adult, who do you even turn to? You certainly can't exactly ask your neighbor for a handout, and you definitely can't just go to the government and expect them to pay you either. So who do you ask? Well, that's right, you ask the company you work for. If you make a request to the company you work for, since it's a legitimate request, it should be accepted. Basically, when it comes to something that leads to money, there will inevitably be people who end up causing trouble. So, to prevent such situations from arising, to avoid feeling bad later, and to keep it from becoming a major risk, it's important to consider how to handle things properly. Please feel free to consult with us at Sharo-shi Masters. We specialize in HR, that is matters related to human relations. So if you have any concerns, please feel free to contact us. Also, please be sure to subscribe to this channel. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video.